is said that all roads lead to Gull Lake. Sitting at the junction of Highway 37 and the Trans-Canada, a drive through Saskatchewan is a drive through Gull Lake. What is Gull Lake? It is a town at the heart of the livestock and agriculture industry, with ties going back over 125 years.
Gull Lake is the ideal community for people who work in the city and would like to live in a small town. We're close to the city, about a half-hour drive. We have a number of residents that actually do commute to work on a daily basis. So it's really another drawing card for Gull Lake, having its proximity to the city, because it gives people the opportunity who work there to live in a small town if that's what they choose to do, and that's the type of lifestyle that they enjoy.
It's a small town, but it's got kind of a larger center business-wise. I mean, we got a theater, we got a skating rink, we got a pool, we've got a grocery store, gas stations, several restaurants, ice cream shack, and always something to do, yet it's a small community that everybody looks after everybody.
I think location is ideal between, two major centers. If you've got a young family, it's a great place to start a family, and I think the surrounding area and the people would be certainly gung-ho about having somebody start a business in town. I think it'd be good support.
It is a major economic center for the Southwest, with several major companies operating in or near the community. It is a town at the center of the oil industry, with wells that date back over half a century. It is a town at the forefront of new industry, with two of the largest wind farms in the prairies located only minutes from the community. It is a town of volunteers, friendly residents, and a strong desire to make their town the best in the Southwest.
Gull Lake has three local industries that drive our local economy, those being agriculture, oil, and wind power. Certainly we are seeing some developments in the agriculture sector with Southwest Grain Terminal, for example, that lies just to the east of town. They have just recently built a new crop input facility, and they're also are currently actually working on expanding their main office building. Within the town limits itself, we have the Gull Lake Grain Corporation, which is also has plans to expand here in the very near future, which will include the hiring of some additional staff. And to the west, we also have the Viterra Grain Terminal as well. The town has a very strong tie to the agricultural industry.
In the grain industry, it's a very good center. We got two, the major highway of 37 and number 1 coming across and being on the main line, so we get our fair share of cars being with CP. We're kind of right center. If you look at the railroad map, we are basically center into Thunder Bay, which is the majority of our grain that goes, which is Durham, and Vancouver, which is a lot of our wheat and peas and specialty crops head to. So very good area to be in. Viterra's been here as long as I can remember. They had a wooden elevator in Gull Lake for many, many years, and then when we went to Project Horizon, we went to these concrete elevators, and Gull Lake was one of the areas that was fought for to get a concrete elevator by the local people, and at that time Saskatchewan Pool agreed with them and built the concrete out here.
Oil, our second industry, is big in southwest Saskatchewan. Gull Lake really does sit in the heart of oil country. The town has a number of local oil-based businesses, even in and around the town, surrounding area.
Well, I think we're right in the middle of the oil patch, so it's a good place to be situated. We get out to the Alberta border, down to the U.S. border, and up the other side of the river, and kind of as far east as the oil patch goes. So we're pretty well situated that way, I think.
Yeah, and our location being in Gull Lake on number 1 highway, a lot of the deliveries are here. Some of the major companies, when it comes to services, base out here. And like I was saying to you earlier, Craig, that we also, Gull Lake is a center where they allow them to start charging for. So we feel we've got a little bit of an advantage here by living here and employing locally, so we can respond to the oil patch in a reasonable, timely manner. So gives us a geographic.
Wind power is the smallest of our industries, but a very important industry as well, and does employ a number of people in the community as well. And it too definitely has the potential to be a growing industry right here in southwest Saskatchewan. All three of these industries, working together with local businesses, are very good at getting behind various community projects and needs. And they make it possible for us to have many of the things that other larger communities do not. For instance, we have a movie theater, 3D digital, very modern theater. We have a Gull Lake Rec Complex, ball diamonds, park. You take a look at all of the facilities that we have in our community. A lot of them, have been greatly supported by our local industry and local business.
Today, Gull Lake boasts a population of over 1,000 people, up from just over 950 people less than 9 years ago. In terms of lifestyle, Gull Lake is described as being highly comparable to other regional communities. Thanks to being located only 25 minutes away from Swift Current, the community is close to a major urban center in Saskatchewan, which allows many to work in Swift Current but live in Gull Lake. All of these make Gull Lake the perfect place to live.
Lyceum Theatre is a community theatre, non-profit. A large portion of it counts on volunteers to run the concession. The Lyceum Theatre has been updated 3 years ago, I believe, with fully digital equipment, computerized digital equipment, 7.1 sound surround, real 3D. We get the latest movies, the latest releases. We have to wait generally 1 to 2 weeks after the big cities get them because of our size and of theater. But really, that's not a long time to wait for the new releases. I believe that the Lyceum Theatre is set apart from other theatres because of our belief that we want the family to come. So we've got very affordable pricing. Our pricing is very easy to pay for a family. An adult is $5, a child is $2. That encourages the family to get together and make a family night at the movies. Our concession is very low priced as well. A bucket of popcorn, $3. You can enjoy the movie with your family and it doesn't cost.
Okay, this is, I believe, our third year for Communities in Bloom, and we are still working on various projects for the town. Like I said, we've got various projects on the go. Just to my right here, across the street, is our Xeriscape project, and it is still a work in progress. And right now we're in stage 2 of it. There's one more stage to go, which will be the final touch of work. But on tap for this year for Communities in Bloom, like I said, we'll be going on to the next stage in our Xeriscape, which is consisting of a fence and finishing the grounds. We have just the upkeep of some various pocket parks that we've created over the last couple of years, just to maintain those. And this present lot where we're standing on, this is for future development. At this point in time, we're not 100% sure what we want to do with it, but something definitely will be going in. We've done an excellent job. We've come a long ways. Having said that, we still have a long ways to go. We've done an excellent job. Our first year, we were just in the friendship category, so we weren't really rated. Last year or 2 years ago, we got I believe 2 blooms. Last year we got 3 blooms, so we're doing really well. There's a lot of hard work by a lot of really dedicated volunteers that look after various things, from the pocket parks to the Xeriscape to the north and south entrances, various other parks around town.
Gull Lake School is a K-12 school in Chinook School Division. We have 311 students this year. We have 38 staff, 21 are teachers. It's the largest K-12 school in the division. We offer a wide range of courses and options for kids. In the high school end, we have practical and applied arts, we do mechanics, we do welding, we do carpentry, we have senior band, we have visual arts, we have all the sciences and maths and all the academic courses, as well as all the extracurricular that you can have in a high school. So all the sports are huge. For grade 6 to 12 sports, it's the regular volleyball, basketball, football, curling, badminton, track and field. We also have drama, we have an art club, we have a mechanics club, we have a robot club. We also have science club for elementary, we have track and field for elementary, soccer and basketball for elementary, action and student leadership groups for kids who are interested in that. So a huge range of activities. It's a very, very busy place. Lots of kids involved. It's fantastic. Students, and that's been for the last 4 years. Well, it offers all those things that I talked about as a school. We also have lots of opportunities at the beginning of the year to bring the community in, and so it's a chance for new families to meet other families. We have a meet the staff night, or we have a math night, and we try to get the community in as often as possible, and that's a way that the school is at the center of the community in most places, and it is here too. So for new people to come to Gull Lake, they're going to meet people here at the school.
One thing that we are seeing here in Gull Lake, and we definitely have been seeing it over the last 3-4 years, is a real significant increase in our population. This can be seen with the substantial number of infill lots that, once vacant, now have homes. We take a look at our Centennial subdivision, and we are seeing some definite growth there with new homes moving in. We're seeing all kinds of new people moving in, and what we're seeing is that it's families that are moving to town, which is really great. In the past, what we often saw many years ago was farm couples would move off the farm and move into town. But what we're seeing right now, which is a real turnaround, is we're seeing a lot of new families move to town, and that is helping to fuel some of our growth. Our school has done very well. As well in terms of growth as a result of those people moving to town. The other thing that I would speak to is the rental market in Gull Lake. We have a very strong rental market, low vacancy rates in the town.
Oh, I think it's an excellent place to do business. I grew up in a small town in southern Saskatchewan, and I've seen it fade away, and Gull Lake just becomes stronger. I mean, our school population is great. We've got good recreation facilities. It's a good place to be.
Quality of life. I think things are affordable. I think just before we interviewed Craig, we talked about the facilities, recreation, theaters, swimming pools. I know a lot of kids that have left come back to raise their family here, that have worked for us, and based on a community raises their children, and it's safe. So that's more in a nutshell, it's quality of life is what it comes down to for me. So
yeah, I think so. It's a small town atmosphere, and there's still a lot of things here that you need. So especially when it comes to the oil patch, like supply stores and that kind of stuff. So it's a good place to be, not a huge center, but big enough to have what you need.
Gull Lake is a community on the go. Home to the first ever UAV drone festival in Canadian history, it is a community with a history that dates back over a century, but which is always looking forward towards the future. Whether you are moving to Gull Lake for work, for the slow and quiet pace of life, or for its central location, Gull Lake is the place to be for everyone.